Church tonight? You tripping.
What did you say?
I don't do church.
Choose for yourselves this day which God you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
I thought that what was particularly done well was the issue of the way ministry and church was portrayed. I didn't think it was over-dramatized. I thought it was done very nicely. Did you take special attention to make it so that it was not so over the top as we sometimes see?
I wanted it to be a real reverend in a real neighborhood who has a real family. I wanted it to feel authentic.
Black Nativity was written by Langston Hughes. And Langston Hughes lived here, wrote here, you know. This was the exploration of looking at Christ and as a person of color. I think there's very few places that you would choose to do that in other than Harlem.
Sweet little holy child, they didn't know who you were.
I wanted to make it realistic, so there were many steps in that process. This is a real choir, these are real church-going people, and even the extras. We brought in extras that were familiar with that experience.
You played a minister in one of the classiest ways that I've seen, whereas you were clearly a minister, you were clearly a father and clearly a grandfather, and it was nice to see that it was a very authentic portrayal. How did you approach that? Because oftentimes we see ministry being overplayed or over-dramatized.
I think what I did request that Casey help me with was allow me to do some of it live so that I'd be able to interact with my choir and with my congregation in the way that I understood it to be. And at a certain point, I guess I convinced myself that this was my congregation.
Even when we were not filming, sitting on set, it was church because it was nothing but church folks in that room. And at times I would forget we were filming, like, because I felt so at home. Like, this is what I grew up around. This is church. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, it's a camera, y'all, we filming, you know? Because we would be singing in between takes. And
give a big shout out to the choir. They really did their thing. They recorded a lot of the background vocals and things like that, and that's just so. I think they kept our energy up in the church. You know what I mean? And they definitely brought that spirit, that feeling there. What do you want young black men to walk away with from this film?
The biggest unspoken message is breaking the cycle.
If they want to be in your life. And I think it's time to forgive and, to move on.
There's hope, and then there's forgiveness, but there's work that we have to do, and there's steps that we have to take.
Everybody can come together and be as one and watch a great film.
It deals with faith and family and forgiveness and love and life and the kinds of things that are central to us, particularly at this season.